Hello, this is Coach Anderson. It is November 6th, and this video is going to show you how to do the Cerebral Palsy Toy Project research paper that was assigned on the 3rd. And I didn't really go over it too much on paper, and I wanted to make sure that everybody was clear as far as what is expected. Now, this is one of the first things we're doing for the Cerebral Palsy Toy Project, which is a reasonably large project that we're doing because remember, Project Lead the Way in design and modeling is about doing reasonably large projects. So this is the beginning of that assignment. So we'll click on that from Google Classroom. And the instructions say that you're going to write a structured research paper about cerebral palsy. You must write in complete sentences and in an essay format. That means paragraphs in sentences and stuff like that. Attached as a document to help you structure your work. That was nice to you. I put this document there for you. And you can keep the headers, I'll explain that in a second, as you write, but you must delete the gray text. What I give you is some hint text. It's in gray, but you got to delete that before you submit your work. The slide attached contains links to help you with your research. Again, I'm being nice to you. I gave you some links that you can use. And this paper is due November 7th, which would be, I guess, tomorrow, basically, by the end of the day today. So it says important here, do not copy directly from the internet. You will need to write your own words using the information that you find. If you copy text directly from the internet, the highest grade you can earn is a 20%. That's not a very high grade, so I would definitely not copy from the internet. You must write actual sentences in paragraph form. You cannot write lists or bullet points. You have to put that information into sentences. So write a sentence, capital letter to start, period at the end, a sentence like any regular person would write. Think about back in second, third grade when you learned how to write, and write that way. Each section of your paper must contain a paragraph, not just a sentence. So remember, back to third grade, second grade, a paragraph. That's more than one sentence. Try not to write 30 sentences in a paragraph. 5 or 6 might be good, but yeah, don't go to 30. That would be too many sentences in your paragraph, but definitely not one. There is no paragraph that has one sentence. And of course, you couldn't convey the information correctly anyways in just one sentence. And if you use lists or bullet points, I will be nice. I'll give you a 60. Still not a high grade, but being a nice guy, I would give you a 60. Now, you must write also a total of 500 words. So that's your writing. So that's not including the words that are already on the template. If you write less than 500 words, I'll give you a 60. Again, I'm being super nice to you. I won't give you a 0. I'd give you a 60. But still, it's better to get a higher grade than that by writing the correct amount of words, by writing the words in sentences and paragraphs, and of course by not copying and pasting from the internet. So those are really, really important things to consider when you write this. Now, this paper is due on Friday. I put the 7th basically because it's the end of the day. And this gives you plenty of time to get it done right. Now, if you end up taking the weekend, that's fine. We had a short week this week, so that's not going to be a problem. That's why I'm making this video on Friday for you guys, so that you have an opportunity to do it on the weekend and know what to do. And but you do still, if you have the weekend, you have plenty of time to do good research and make a thoughtful paper. So if you click this link here, this has a little bit more instructions, basically the same things that it's already just said. And then it has these links here. These links take you to a variety of sites that tell stuff about cerebral palsy. What is it? Symptoms, treatment. Most of these links say fairly similar things. Some are more in-depth than others. And you're not going to use one link for everything. You're going to probably need to use more than one link. In fact, I would advise using all of them because you'd find different information on all of these links. So this is how you're going to find information. Of course, you can use other sources if you'd like. I'm just being nice to you by providing you with these sources so you don't have to do any crazy Google searches. So this link here, this is where you want to start from, okay? Now, the template you're going to use right here, open it up. And this is kind of like a college paper would be structured. So you have page 1, your name, class name, period, number, date. That's all you do, but you just replace that information, okay? And then it says here, important, each section contains gray text. Make sure you delete the gray text. So the first thing is, what is cerebral palsy? Now, this is not a question. I didn't put a question mark. This is the header. So you're going to describe what cerebral palsy is. So in this section, tell what cerebral palsy is. what parts of the body it affects, and who it affects. So again, you need to write in complete sentences in a paragraph form what the answer to this is. So you would describe the answer to this question using complete sentences in a paragraph form in this section here. And you would, of course, delete this gray text and then recolor the text to be black. So that's something that I'm sure you would figure out how to do. Then the next header says different kinds of cerebral palsy. So in this section, tell what each type is and how it affects the child. So you would need to write complete sentences in a paragraph form, maybe even more than one paragraph here, to describe the different kinds of cerebral palsy. Don't just list them. Don't just copy and paste bullet points with a list. Write complete sentences that describe them. Okay, then symptoms of cerebral palsy. Again, this section you're going to describe what those symptoms are, not in a list or in bullet points, but in actual sentences that make actual paragraph. Maybe again, maybe more than one paragraph. And then living with cerebral palsy, similar. How do people with these challenges live? What do they do that helps them out? And then treating cerebral palsy. Again, how are doctors and other caregivers used to treat cerebral palsy? What do they do to help kids with cerebral palsy? Again, both these sections, not lists, paragraphs and sentences. And this right here is statistics. And this is looking at the numbers. The number of kids, the percent of kids, or the ratio of kids that would have cerebral palsy. Is there a difference for boys and girls? Is there a difference in races? What does the data say? And trust me, all of these links, most of these links have some really good information and some good data that you can use for this paper. So you see numbers right there, 1 in 323. So that's very good. Now, the important thing, and the one thing that kids keep getting tripped up on, is I have a lot of kids just copying and pasting things from the internet. I will be able to tell in mere seconds if you do that. Literally, I can tell in under 5 seconds if you've done that, and I'll just give you a 0 and return the paper. You will have an opportunity to fix it if I send it back for it being copied and pasted. Now, also to clarify, copying and pasting isn't just highlighting text, copying it, and then going to this document and pasting it. Copying and pasting is the same if you look at the internet and write every word as it's written on a website. That's the same thing. So don't think if you didn't actually physically copy and paste that it's not the same thing. If the information isn't in your words, if it's not a summary or a conglomeration or an amalgamation of information that you put together, then it's considered a copyright infringement, plagiarism basically, and I'm going to give you a 0 for that. Now, luckily, you guys are all in 7th and 8th grade. You literally learn this stuff in 3rd, 4th grade, 5th and 6th. So you've had so much experience as students doing this stuff correctly that there's not going to be a problem. Only if you willfully decide not to do it correctly, that's the only way you can do it incorrectly. And, like I said, I'll give you a 0 because I'm being nice and I'm giving you an opportunity to fix it if you plagiarize. If you don't write in complete sentences or if you just use bullet points and stuff like that, I will give you a 60 again, just because I'm a super nice guy. I would suggest you do this correctly so that you write a well-done paper, and it gives you practice in writing, because trust me, going forward in your schooling, you will actually have to write things that are in sentences, that are in paragraphs, that have actual real words, and that are not copied from the internet. You'll have to do that as you go through school and in life as you become an adult. So you're getting practice for that as well. So this paper, we're going to change the due date, make it technically due on Sunday. But this hopefully will help you out. If you have any specific questions, let me know. I'm going to put this on an Edpuzzle, this video, so I'll be able to see if you've actually watched it or not. So if you ask me questions about what to do, and you haven't watched the video, I'm just going to tell you to watch the video. If you ask me questions about what to do and you have watched the video, then I would expect that your question will be a clarification as opposed to something that says, I don't get it. Because if you say, I don't get it, I will say, watch the video. So good luck to you on this. And again, this will be due on Sunday night instead of today. All right. Good luck. Take care.